All right, what's up, everybody? It's midweek, and midweek means it is game creation time. So here we go. I have made two changes since you last saw the game. I haven't pulled down the commits that people have made yet in the community. We'll take a look at that in a second. But you may see here, if you look carefully, let me try and make this bigger. I have improved. I sat down with Blender and did some very basic 3D modeling, but you can see that we have a slightly better spacecraft and attack ship. So, hey, my own treachery, how you doing, buddy? So we've got slightly better graphics in here now for the ship and for the alien spacecraft. The interesting thing about this was, what I did is kind of modeling them as a, if you know what a sprite sheet is in gaming, where basically you just have a collection of everything in one graphic. And that's kind of what I've done. And the reason being is by building them all in the same file in Blender, it gives me relative sizes to check everything, right? So for example, I know roughly how big, the ships are compared to each other, that kind of stuff, right? So let me see if I can pull that up here. I think I've copied over to this machine. I'm just going to stop this here for a second. Let me switch screens here, see if I can get the file to come up. Hold on 1 second. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So yeah, what I did was I rendered out the Blender file. I'll try and find that in a second, and we'll go into Blender and I'll show you. But as a top-down view, right? So this is the spacecraft. Rendered it out, for those of you who are curious, as a PNG file, and it has an alpha background, a transparent background, so it just shows the ship. And then same again for the alien ship, right? Just a top-down rendering of a 3D file there. We really need to make some more variations on these things. But what I want to do is I'm just going to close these out here. Let's close these. And let me see if I can find... give me 1 second. I got to find a window here somewhere. Hold on. Let me pull up the Finder. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find a file. I think this is the one. See if we can get it to open up. Now, I made it on a Windows machine, but I'm hoping a Blender file is the same on both platforms. I think it is. Okay, yeah, excellent. All right, let me bring this over here so you can see this. All right, so yeah, what we've got here is, let me go back to the 3D model view. Got to remember my shortcuts here. I think this is it. Yeah, okay. So, but if I pan around, you get the idea, right? So here's our, if we sort of look at them from behind, here's our alien. Oh, no, that's not the key. There you go. We've got the alien spacecraft and we've got our spacecraft. Very just straightforward, quick bit of extrusion kind of modeling going on here, if you know what that is. But it gives me the relative sizes because they're both in the same file. So that's what we've got here. And then when I render them out, you can see if I render the camera view, then I get the top-down view, right? That's how we get our PNG file with the mask. And then, well, actually, I think if I remember rightly, sorry, it does render as a PNG file, yeah. And then I can just load that straight into Xcode. So let's go back to Xcode here. Where are you? Xcode, there you go. So if I go over to the assets here, hold on 1 second, I gotta find it. All I did was replace the ship, as you can see here, and the player with the graphics files, right? Very straightforward. Hey, Nicholas, how you doing, buddy? So that's what we've got there, two new graphics files, right? So when we run them, because we're looking top down, that's, as you can see, we get the 3D effect, but it's a 2D image. Make sense? Hopefully it makes sense to you all. That's what we got going on there. But we do have slightly better graphics now. Now, along with this, let me pull up Blender. See, what I'm thinking is, right, and maybe this is kind of what we play around with a little bit today, is we've got this first alien spacecraft here, right? And then, you know, for like Alien 2 and Alien 3, you know, our assets, we can quickly create some more. If you have any questions, please just jump in the showroom and ask, and I can go through how we do this. I am by no means very good with Blender, as you can see, but these were very quick. They took like 20 minutes or something like that. All right, so what we can do, you know, we could, for example, if we go to our top-down view here, right, and let me just move these around. What we can do is we can go into our modeling here, and we can make another model, right? So we're going to look at our top-down view. I have no idea what that black triangle is. I have no idea where that came from. I don't think I just created it. Is that a glitch? Let's have a look. I don't know. Let's go ahead here. Maybe because I'm in that view, the modeling view. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so we're in our object view, as they call it here, but we're going to go in and we're going to create some objects. So I'm going to go into modeling. I'm going to create a cube. Actually, this is very different than the way I did it last time. Hang on, that doesn't. I have no idea what's going on there. Give me 1 second. Let's just do this. Let's just start again. Don't save the changes. Pull up Blender. Open our recent file. Okay, here we go. All right. But I don't want to see it from the camera. There we go. Now, let's see, when I did this, add a cube. Let's move this along here. This will be our third ship here. So let's just move along. So you can see that it matches the size of the current one. I'm going to put that there like that. And then what we can do, right? All I did quite simply was, okay, I go in, we go into our modeling. Oh, geez. We go into our modeling here. Let me find it. There it is. I'm just going to select this face and this face. And we're going to extrude them. So we just say extrude region, like so. It's not going to look like it's done anything yet, but you'll see they are actually there. But as I move this, quick little lesson learned here for you all. You're going to do this. If I now move them, it's actually moving along the wrong normals, right? It's not moving along the local normals. So what you want to do is go in and say extrude along normals. So now when I do this, it's moving along its own normals, and I've essentially got mirrored happening on both sides to get kind of a uniform modeling going on. Make sense to everybody? Hopefully it makes sense. All right. And I know this isn't, obviously this is not Swift code, but asset generation is pretty important part of the game. All right. Now, as we've got them here, the way that I did these sides over here, once I've got that, I can go in now, and of course I can say, all right, you know, I'm going to adjust the scaling, right? So maybe we're going to have one that's going, we're going to extrude along the normals, right? Maybe this one doesn't have sides that go up like that. Maybe this one has something different. So we're going to do that. And then what we'll do is we're looking at the front of the ship here. Let's do something on the front with these ones, right? So again, we're going to go in, we'll extrude the normals. There's probably a shortcut key for that. And then we'll just bring these out a little bit like that. And then maybe what we're going to do is we'll scale them maybe outwards, right? And then looks nice and different, right? And then let's do it again a little bit inwards this time, right? Kind of a, you know, if we now go to our top view, you can see, like, so we've got one alien ship there, we've got another one here, right? Hopefully making sense to everybody. What do you think? Look okay? At 1024 by 800, something like that. I wanted nice big, whatever we needed them for. So I actually had to scale more than what they were. Hopefully, before we do that, what I thought we would do is we'll just change this back to what it was, right? File, JSON file with regards to the asset, right? Definitely check out Cocoa Type Stream if you haven't checked it out. But how happy my Mac can be. I'll leave that running as we make some changes here. Right? And don't you love the way that I'm actually scoring